Welcome, everybody, to another presentation of the NBA Live on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson, with David Aldridge roaming the sideline. And for the Memphis Grizzlies, guys, they come in off that loss to the Houston Rockets. Count that one. Greg, we know that both these teams have had a difficult stretch recently and are hoping to turn things around in this one.
Yeah, it's a new opportunity. And Kevin, I expect each side to be hungry and motivated to get this win. And if not, the struggles will continue.
Some nice passing there by Memphis. Just 5 to shoot. A baseline J. And it's Morant missing. And it's Fox with the ball for the Spurs. Pass to Castle. And here we go. Morant hit to the hoop.
Making his presence felt on the defensive end. Bridges, a quick switch kind of guy.
A little over a minute gone here in the first. Quarter. And Fox gets it to go.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Here's Morant. Can't connect from short range. Richard, during his rookie year, Victor Wembanyama had a game with 10 rebounds, 5 assists, 5 blocks, and 5 made threes, a 5-by-5 for the ages.
That was the first time someone put up those numbers in NBA history. Wemby is going to continue to do things we have never seen before.
And here's Jackson following the three-pointer from De'Aaron Fox. And it's Harrison Barnes with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. There's a good screen. And it's Morant missing.
Okay, let's just say it. This has been an ugly quarter for him. Not quite a break a mirror ugly, but it's getting there.
Pass to Castle. It's Vassell on the wing. Here's Fox. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
First personal foul.
And you know, De'Aaron Fox, he has become, RJ, I think, almost impossible to defend.
Yeah, he's always had great speed, so defenders would sag off of him. But now that he has that step-back three, so you have to play up, and that's what he wants you to do.
Shot to stop the run, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It goes on Mohamed Bamba. This is his first free throw of the game. RJ, Morant has always had unquestionable talent. Now it's a question of, can he focus on his game?
And you hope he had his wake-up call. Still one of the most exciting players in the game. His burst and bounce, one of a kind.
And timeout is called by Craig Popovich. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Outside, Fox. In the corner, Bamba with it. Back to Fox. Pass to Wembanyama. Clock at 4. Grizzlies with the rebound. To the middle. Here's Hart. Bamba with the block.
The main thing you get with Bamba, imposing defender, shot blocker, alters everything in the paint.
They set the pick. And Hart has it in the corner. The Grizzlies with another miss.
The defense just giving him the easy look there. He's not going to miss that.
Outside, Fox. Some solid defense there from Jackson.
Had enough room to finish, and that's one he'll usually make.
And you look at the Grizzlies' defense the last few years, RJ extremely disruptive.
Yeah, they've been top of the league in steals and blocks. That's just a part of the DNA in Memphis. It can be exhausting playing against guys like this.
And this is what you want to see. Wembanyama attacking with authority inside.
Bamba with the block. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Ja Morant was the first NBA guard in a quarter century to lead the league in points in the paint. He says, I can't just rely on dunking every single play, so I need different types of finishes to get my shot off, whether it's high off the glass, the reverse, or hanging in the air forever. And Kevin, he just says it so casually. Back to you.
I know it. But look, David, he doesn't do it casually, right? He is a one-man circus. Jackson. And Jackson throws it down hard.
The more time Jackson spins at the rim, the better. His length is a deciding factor in this game.
Wembanyama high post. Back to Fox. Throws it up high. Stolen by Jackson. And now running up the court, Avdia pushing it up. And Jackson throws it down hard.
The strong finish from Jackson Jr. He goes up with power inside the paint.
Here's Fox. Got a piece of it.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Grizzlies have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
And they've been mediocre all season long, just about 72% from the line. Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Wembanyama left side. The kick out to Fox. Bamba sets a screen. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
You really couldn't ask for a better finisher for that play. Bamba able to go above and beyond there. It makes him a humongous target.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Hart, no good. Fox goes in. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
That's some lightning speed right there as Fox earns himself a trip to the line.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
And guys, you might remember that he was not at his best from the foul line in their last outing.
Outside Williams. Lots of room. A big-time effort for De'Aaron Fox, providing a lot of energy for San Antonio. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. We've got more in store for you right after this. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And looking at what we've seen from the Spurs so far, guys, what do you think?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Making it as difficult as possible for the offense to find clean looks. Great stuff.
The Grizzlies trailed by 4. On the wing, Bridges. Nothing on the board. Pass to Hart. Shot clock at 5. Now, here's Bridges. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And you hear, Richard, about players dunking and putting a hurting on the rim. But that iron sometimes can put a hurting on a player's hands, too, right?
Oh, and then when you get older, those landings, they can start to hurt, too. End of the day, there's a price to be paid for all that high-flying and rim wrecking, and it's worth it.
In the corner, it's Bridges. Back to McBride. Bridges left side. Shoots over Johnson. Bridges misses.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Ball outside. He's looking for Sohan and finds him. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
I've seen CP do this a million times. No one is better at running the pick and roll.
Here's Williams. Bassey pulls it in. And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity. For San Antonio, they've hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one.
And the leadership Paul brings to this team is so incredibly important. His teammates really rally behind him.
And we've got a timeout from Greg Popovich. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. Paul with the ball. He's picked up by Morant. Fires from deep. Morant with some nice D.
Locking the arc down. Defense knows it's on them to scare off those shots.
Back to Jackson. Pass to Morant. Just 4 to shoot. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. The Grizzlies with another miss. And so it's Paul with it, bringing it up for the Spurs. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game. Launches it. Hits the three-point bomb. Paul's got 4 points in the quarter.
By no means a volume three-point shooter, Paul picks his spots and is very accurate.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Now here's Paul. Down low. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Paul's got the lead up to 10 now for the Spurs. I'll tell you, Richard, you watch Jeremy Sohan, he can really do it all.
Yeah, power forward by trade, who's even played point guard at times. He's a great defender and a team player. He's the kind of guy you win with.
Here's Paul. Grizzlies making the shot. Johnson in the corner. Edey with the rebound.
Fantastic defense, giving full effort.
And finished off by Morant.
It's just so much fun to watch Ja fly. The way this man can take off is so impressive.
Ball with the three. It's rebounded by Memphis. It's Morant with the drive. And then Morant slams it in.
Oh, wow. Okay, Ja turning it loose. Someone throw that man some water.
.143 left in the first half. Paul looking around. And he's going up for the alley-oop.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
Really unfazed. Throw his height right out the window there.
So timeout call here. The first for Memphis.
Substitution on the court.
1:31 left in the first half. Morant with it. Bamba picks him up. Pass to Hart. Back to Morant. From 12 feet out. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
Surprising he didn't bury that, but hey, that happens sometimes.
Wembanyama left side. Easy money for Wembanyama.
And standing easily over 7 feet. When Wemby gets that ball near the hoop, literally nothing a defender can do.
It's Morant with the drive.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
Yeah, hard to strategize for a guy who can make a pass or a play like this right in your face. Okay, when you let someone with this height get this close, it's going to be nearly impossible to stop, especially when he has that big of an advantage in this category.
Pass to Kennard. Jackson with the screen. Takes a shot at the elbow.
Jackson rolling off the pick, can finish with either hand or just rise and fire.
Fox, no good. It's stolen by Wembanyama. Back to Fox. The three. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's San Antonio with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And we'll be right back after this. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. San Antonio leading by 6. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, the Grizzlies retired Marc Gasol's number 33 last season. You may recall he moved to Memphis in his teens, watching his older brother Powell play for the Grizz. Mark said, I had a very unique perspective, that of a fan. When I came back as a Grizzlies player, I carried that with me. Kevin, that pride certainly shows.
Pride's a great word to use. No question, D.A. Thank you. Now here's Morant. Following the missed shot by De'Aaron Fox. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Devin Vassell.
I consider Mikal Bridges a high motor player. He's always ready to turn up his energy if he thinks it will help him get the better of him.
Hey, Greg, since getting traded in 2023, Mikal Bridges' scoring numbers have exploded.
Yeah, Bridges, the main piece of that deal, sending Kevin Durant to the Suns. Mikal scored 26 a game down the stretch for Brooklyn that year. taking his game to another level.
This is where Wembanyama is so dangerous inside that paint.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Mikal Bridges. That'll be his second foul of the game. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Let's it go from 14. The shot by Wembanyama, no good.
Rough start to the second half for them, only getting one of the past 4 shots to fall.
And it's Bridges at the elbow. Morant left side. And it's Vassell with the foul. That's his third foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly he hadn't established position there.
Here's Edey. They set the pick. Wembanyama with the rebound. To the paint. And the dunk by Bamba.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Pass to Edey. Back to Avdia. Morant outside. Here's Edey. Bamba with the block. Inside. Avdia with a defensive effort. The Grizzlies trail by 6. Morant with it. Now guarded by Fox. Here's Edey. Count that bucket. Edey's got 6.
Sharing the rock. Part of what makes Ja Morant such a fantastic player is his ability to pass.
Pass to Bamba. Now Wembanyama. Misses the mark. His third miss of the game. 4 for 7 now. Now Jackson. Guarded by Fox. And here's Jackson. He's got 6. 5 to shoot. A shake. And Bamba pulls it down. Spurs leading by 4. Fox looking it over. There's the lob to the hoop. Bamba's shot is off.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Just go to show how tight your timing needs to be on this kind of play. Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells the story of how well you are playing team offense.
Here's Fox. Makes it off the glass. He's got 11.
Look at Fox fearlessly going inside, hunting for a higher percentage look.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
The Grizzlies shooting their 7th free throw attempt here. Greg, with how explosive Ja Morant is, he has certainly taken his fair share of awkward falls.
And that's what worries you with guys like that. He's already had a number of injuries in his young career, but we all just want to see him at full health.
What confidence from the accomplished veteran. Paul doesn't need much space to shoot from the mid-range.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
No doubt. That's the kind of play that can energize the whole team, and they will take it in a close game like this.
Now here's Paul. 8 points for him. And the wide open shot from Avdia. Trains the three-pointer. Avdia's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And they're scoring much more efficiently here in the second half, and they've gotten that field goal percentage above 50.
Johnson with it. Bridges covering. Kicks it out to Paul. Morant with the steal. The layup missed. And so it's Paul with it, bringing it up for the Spurs. There's 49 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Morant. Rebound, San Antonio. They can trade 2 for 1 here.
Would be the right move, I believe, right now.
And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies. Here's Huff. Hasn't made one yet. 27 seconds left in the third. Takes the 13-footer. Avdia gets the bucket. Avdia's got the lead up to 4 now for the Grizzlies. On the wing, Johnson. Back to Paul. There's a screen. He lobs it up. They can't stop the run with that one. Here's Avdia. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
Yeah, now they are firing on all cylinders. That shot puts 3 more onto their lead as we head.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. And here are the Grizzlies now. Now Kennard. Pass to Hart. Avdia on the wing. Clock at 6. Here's the floater. Wembanyama with the rebound. San Antonio trails by 7. Vassell with it. Lets the 3 fly. The rebound by McBride. Outside, Avdia. Memphis moving it around. Here he goes. And finished off by Avdia.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the 2-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Pass to Vassell. Stolen by Avdia. Shoots the 3. Now here's Kennard. And here is Hart. Avdia gets the bucket. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Grizzlies.
Great heads-up defensive play tonight, creating offensive opportunities for themselves by forcing deflections.
And another place they're finding success is in transition. They've been working hard to get it.
Oh, watch out for Wembanyama!
The perfect lob partner. Wembanyama with elite hand-eye coordination.
The Grizzlies call timeout. Spurs making a switch here. And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hi, guys. Well, during the break, I was able to catch what the Grizzlies coach was talking about with his team. Now, he kept it simple in the huddle. He said, play smart. If we don't beat ourselves, we walk away with the win. Keep it simple, and we got this. Back to you guys.
All right, David, thanks. Avdia with it. Beat the shot clock, but it's off the mark. Shoots from the baseline, and Fox gets it to go.
With the way he can stop and start, it's impossible to take that pull-up away from Fox.
Outside, Avdia. Pass to Edey. Back to Avdia. Here's Edey. Here's McBride. Second chance shot. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Back to Fox. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. And it's blocked. And it's out of bounds. The Spurs able to retain possession here.
Into the lineup for Memphis, Jaren Jackson.
Off the inbound. And Wembanyama throws it down.
If Wemby wants to be one of the greats, this is where he will be judged. And what a big shot to add to his resume.
Outside for Jackson. Back to Morant. Shoots over Fox. And again, Memphis no good. San Antonio trails by 5 to the inside. Kennard on the wing. And De'Aaron Fox gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
It's deflected. Morant left side. Bamba with the block. Fox with it. Bridges covering. Back to Fox. Bamba sets a screen. And Mikal Bridges pulls it down. In the corner, Kennard with it. And stolen by Wembanyama. Here's Fox. And it's Fox with the jam.
That is a huge shot by the lefty. And Fox is proving that he can be the go-to guy when his team needs a bucket.
The Grizzlies call timeout.
Substitution for the Grizzlies. Number 3.
Now here's Morant. And there's the drive. Pass to Jackson. Stolen by Bamba. Fox with it. Bridges covering. Here's Castle. And he lays it straight in. Now just a 1-point Memphis lead. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Spurs.
They've been defending with excellent anticipation all game long. Just look at how many times they've managed to get their hands on the ball.
And they've really been able to get out in transition and produce. The defense hasn't had an answer for this up-tempo pace.
Clock at 2. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation.
And that is an absolute heartbreaker of a turnover. In a close game like this, that might be enough to impact how it ends.
Outside, Fox. Wembanyama outside. And here we go. Morant heading to the hoop to end the cold streak. Outside for Jackson. Bridges outside. Second shot opportunity. Pass to Edie. And another turnover here by Memphis.
Into the lineup for Memphis, number 8,
We've got 13 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And he lobs it up toward the rim.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through. But Grizzlies call timeout. So I'm looking at the clock. And, guys, the situation. What do you think we're going to see next?
Yeah, always intriguing to see what a coach draws up in this situation.
If they've got a surefire, quick bucket play, let's just say now's the time to use it.
And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
Here's Fox. Nails the triple.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
He's just riding the wave of momentum right now, getting to his spots and keeping things simple on the offensive side.
And so it's San Antonio who scraped by with the win. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, but I really got a sense that the fans gave them that emotional boost that was needed down the stretch. This crowd, man, they were electric.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. Welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan, joined at the broadcast table by Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy. And as always, we'll hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. And for the Memphis Grizzlies, guys, they come in off that loss.
And look at what they did in the fourth quarter. Just totally out of sync and lacking in intensity. And that turned into that huge comeback.
After back-to-back 50-win seasons, Stan, last season was frustrating for the Memphis Grizzlies in almost every way.
Yeah, that's an understatement, Kevin. They went 27-55. Due to suspension and injuries, they only got 9 games from their star, Ja Morant. But they still have a lot of young talent and still a team that can be very competitive in the future.
And here is Bridges after Mohamed Bamba was able to get the triple. Vassell right side. And Wembanyama outside. Pass to Castle. Throws it up high. And the dunk by Bamba.
Just throw it up there. Bamba, as long as you time the pass right, he's going to flush that one down.
The shot's good.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
That one drops for him.
And the quickness Fox has, boy, it's impressive. Just coasting to the cup with ease.
Down low. Here's Edey. Plays it up and banks it in.
Nice execution by the offense, generating a good look.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Alden.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, I was able to talk with San Antonio's head coach. Now, we talked about the big man, Jaren Jackson Jr., and specifically how to defend him. Coach said he's a guy that can score from all three levels. Our guys have to be on him and active defensively as soon as he touches the ball. Coach needs his team to bring the energy tonight, and we'll see if they can respond. Guys?
Thank you, David. Morant, right side. They set the pick. Bridges deciding where to go with it. To the middle. And that one is stuffed right through.
Putting that pass right in his stride. Didn't have to slow up and was able to complete the play.
Bamba sets a screen. The shot will not fall.
And really, despite that miss, they've had a solid start offensively.
Beyond the wing. And the rejection by Wembanyama. And he lobs it up toward the rim. And the dunk by Bamba.
And there's a nice playmaking element to Castle's game, especially at 6'6".
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis. The Grizzlies trail by 3. Here's Morant. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Yeah, really nice finish there with contact. Morant with great body control.
You can see, and Coach, you can feel John Morant's star power, and his presence on the floor is such a factor. It affects the game.
Yeah, it sure does, and it even affects the energy in the building. His play is so dynamic, athletic, energetic. I mean, you can't sit and watch a Ja game. He's going to get you on your feet.
He is one of a kind for sure. And San Antonio has possession following the score by Memphis. Fox, no good. Morant outside. And they double up Morant. Bridges, no one around him. Sinks the triple.
No hesitation from Bridges. He gets the ball and is primed to take that shot.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ja Morant. That's his first foul. 1:51 left to play here in the first. To the paint. Here's Bamba. And the dunk by Bamba.
How about the 9'6" standing reach Bamba has? I mean, it's unguardable this close. Dunks it with such ease.
Now here's Morant. He's got 6. He makes another one. That's 4 up and 4 in to start his game.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Here he goes. And then Morant slams it in.
Well, on a scale of 1 to 10, what do you say? You give Morant about an 11 there?
Pass to Bamba. 51 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And it's Fox with the jam.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
San Antonio trails by 6. From downtown. Second chance shot. Here's Hart. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Poke loose. Bridges with the steal. To the inside. Sweet move. And the layup good by Hart. Hart's got his second bucket tonight.
Yeah, they have gone full throttle from the opening tip, showing no signs of letting up.
Yeah, they've come out with more energy and effort, and that's reflected in the score.
Back to Fox. Shoots over Morant. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. Ja Morant has been leading the charge, guys, for Memphis. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. Right back after this break. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Grizzlies.
Well, their game plan has been very effective so far. They're working the ball inside, putting constant pressure on the defense.
And I like the fact also that they're the ones that have forced the action. They've created a lot of offense by just attacking the rim.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, the Grizzlies retired Marc Gasol's number 33 last season. You may recall he moved to Memphis in his teens, watching his older brother Powell play for the Grizz. Marc said, I had a very unique perspective, that of a fan. When I came back as a Grizzlies player, I carried that with me. Kevin, that pride certainly showed.
Pride's a great word to use. No question, D.A. Thank you. Greg, with how explosive Ja Morant is, he has certainly taken his fair share of awkward falls.
And that's what worries you with guys like that. He's already had a number of injuries in his young career, but we all just want to see him at full health.
San Antonio shooting their first free throw of the game.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line, so that's a nice all-around effort.
Here's Champagnie. 6 on the shot clock. Johnson in the corner. Back to Paul. Shoots over Morant. Beats the shot clock, but can't get it to fall.
Well, and even though he couldn't get that one to fall, that's a shot they want him taking.
Pass to Bridges. Here's Huff. Outside Avdia. A three-pointer off the mark.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And they double up Paul. Here's Johnson. It's hauled in by Huff.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Well, this kind of performance from Morant doesn't surprise anyone. He can score with the best of them.
And we've got a timeout from Greg Popovich. Looking for a breather and maybe just one or two things to talk about. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by.
Number 2, Miles McBride.
Paul outside. Pass to Sohan. Paul looking over the floor. Back to Sohan. Again, the miss by the Spurs. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for Memphis. They've only given up 1 point in the second quarter. That one coming at the line. Bangs home the trifecta.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless. building this lead in every way possible.
Pass to Sohan. Got a hand on it. They retain possession. Here's Paul. From 16 feet away, he cans it. And the NBA, right or wrong, Stan, has been called a copycat league before. If something works, it catches on quick. Is that a fair statement?
Well, I think it is to some degree, Kevin. Certainly, we all watch each other and learn from each other, and you're always looking to see what someone else does in their system that would fit into what you do, but you can never fully copy another team because the personnel is different.
Yeah, every roster's different, isn't it? And you've got to tailor things you want to do with what you've got.
That's exactly right. So if my personnel's not the same as yours, I might be able to take a little bit of what you do, but I can't take it wholesale.
And on the slam, Bridges using the vertical to finish strong before the D can contest.
Pass to Johnson. Here's Bassey. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Johnson. And he uses the glass on the way up. Johnson's got his first points in this one.
Yeah, but Johnson has a skill for putting power behind his motion and forcing his way to a finish.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Here's Morant. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Pass to Morant. On the wing, Williams. Shot clock at 6. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. And Jackson throws it down hard.
Yes, sir. Jackson Jr. flushing.
All right, Stan, let's put that coaching hat back on you. How in the world would you game plan for a player like Victor Wembanyama?
Well, that's a great question, Kevin, and there are no great answers because he's so good. I think when you're guarding him, you want to be as physical as you can and keep him as far away from the basket as possible to negate his length. Defensively, or when you're on offense, his defense, I think you want to use his instincts to block shots against him, take the ball at him, draw him, and get the ball to open people.
That sounds like a good plan.
Yeah, but if it were that good, it would work more often against a guy that good.
Now, Kennard, following De'Aaron Fox's three-point attempt. And it's Morant missing. San Antonio trails by 18. Inside, and the dunk by Bamba.
Yeah, instinctively, too. Fox there looking to be a ball mover, a facilitator.
The kick out to Williams. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Yeah, the defender all over.
The Grizzlies shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night. No good on that one.
Probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
Now, here's Fox. And there's the drive. Wembanyama, left side. That misses, so no good on his first attempt of the night. Memphis leading by 17. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Outside, Avdia. Bamba with the block.
And the giant wingspan of Bamba strikes again. Just fantastic at spiking shots in a variety of ways.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And so it looks like the Grizzlies will retain possession here.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, deflections are a stat that a lot of teams track, disrupting the offense's rhythm and flow.
And so it's Memphis. Their lead at 15 going into the break. And we'll see if they can keep up their tremendous shooting. They've been dialed in so far from the field. And we'll be back with you shortly. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Outside, Fox. Pass to Castle. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
First personal foul.
That's on Jaren Jackson.
Known for his strong defense, Castle is someone any coach would love to have. He is a hard-working rookie.
Both good from the line that time. GA, there is a lot to like about the game of Stephon Castle.
His size, playmaking, defensive intensity. I guess the question, is there that one thing that he can do at an elite level? That will be a crucial step if he's to become a star.
Well, when Morant makes that move, the defense is almost helpless.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
You know, Stan, when I think of you as a coach, I think defense. So let me put you on the spot as you assess the wing defenders in the NBA right now. Who are some of the top 2 or 3 that you notice?
Well, look, there's so many good ones. My favorite right now is Lou Dort because he's so strong, he's so disciplined, and he has an amazing ability to use his body even against guys that are a lot taller. He is a frustrating guy for great scorers to play against.
Now, he brought a lot to the NBA, but haven't the Thunder done a good job developing that kid?
Well, they have, and look, they've got other great defenders too, like Jalen Williams.
And for De'Aaron Fox, his three-point shooting, Greg, has come a long way.
In his rookie season, he only shot 30% on 2 attempts per game. But his volume and efficiency have both gone way up. And it's made him much more dangerous offensively.
Pass to Hart. Down low. Avdia. And finished off by Avdia.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. The Spurs have shot a good percentage from the free throw line so far. They've made 5 out of 6. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical.
And I really love Fox's game. He's got a ton of room to grow, but boy, does he play with intensity.
To the paint. That's tipped.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Morant with it. Out guarded by Wembanyama. Outside, Avdia. Into the lane. And finished off by Avdia.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, you'll probably see more of them.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, thanks. Ja Morant was the first NBA guard in a quarter century to lead the league in points in the paint. He says, I can't just rely on dunking every single play, so I need different types of finishes to get my shot off, whether it's high off the glass, the reverse, or hanging in the air forever. And Kevin, he just says it so casually. Back to you.
I know it. But look, David, he doesn't do it casually, right? He is a one-man circus. And we've got a timeout from Greg Popovich. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust. San Antonio trails by 12. Now here's Paul. Kicks it out to Johnson. Stolen by Avdia. Bridges outside. Ball's knocked loose. Paul with the ball. Bridges covering. Kicks it out to Johnson. Paul outside. Pass to Champagny. Just 5 to shoot. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And here comes Jackson leading the fast break. Here's Avdia. And it goes down 2 points. Avdia's got 9.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
14 foul.
And they double up Paul. And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession. We've got 1:55 left for the third. Howard down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
And in terms of controlling a game, Chris Paul is as good as anyone I've ever seen do it.
And that one, good. He has 7.
Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
Paul outside. Pass to Sohan. Paul outside. 5 to shoot. Fires from 18. Passing, no good.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Now here's Jackson. Back to Bridges. To the inside. Here's Jackson. A rebound by the Spurs. Although they're down big right now, Greg, still plenty of time left in this one.
At this point, they got to take it one possession at a time.
Johnson with it. Now Avdia defending. Johnson outside. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. Here's Champagny. Off target from 3-point range.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
Can't connect from short range. And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. Their strategy has been clear.
Grizzlies, 47.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. And the Grizzlies leading by 14. Morant with it. From 8. Bamba with the block. And now the fast break. Fox with the ball. And it's Fox with the jam.
And you have to have respect for his speed in transition. Fox is a high-octane player who explodes in the open floor.
Jackson with the screen. And here is Williams. Clock at 6. Here's Bridges. The rebound by the Spurs. To the middle. And the dunk by Bamba.
And it's nice to see Bamba finding his groove. When he's in sync, he feels like he can make any shot.
A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Baseline jumper. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
And yeah, he's not messing around. He wants no part of a comeback in this one.
Well, this is how you shut the door, right? You keep making good shots and you build the lead.
And sometimes you just get a step on the defender. Bridges saw an opening there and exploited it.
Wembanyama, a screen. Fox with it. He's picked up by Morant. Back to Fox. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Here's Jackson. It's deflected. Fox goes in. Edey with the rebound.
Well, I hate to say it, but he hasn't done a lot to help their cause tonight. He's been a little erratic from the floor.
Bridges outside. Morant with a wide open look. Trains the three-pointer.